This is a Sony A90J OLED which I paid through my nose to import from the States. A software update has just popped up on the television, and if we look at the release notes, yes, my friends, this is the VRR firmware update every Sony 2021 BRAVIA XR TV owner has been waiting for. So of course, I did not hesitate to click on Update. After I set up my camera to film this historic moment, of course. After installing the firmware update, version 6.5660, if we get out from the System submenu, scroll up, then go into the Channels and Inputs submenu, scroll down to click on External Inputs, go all the way down and click on HDMI signal format. My HDMI 2.1 source device is connected to HDMI 4, one of the two HDMI 2.1 ports on the Sony A90J which is not eARC, and you can see that there is now a new option called Enhanced Format VRR, similar to what we saw last year when VRR was added to the Sony XH90 or X900H LED LCD TV. Let's select Enhanced Format VRR, cause that's the whole point of this video, innit? Once we get out from the user menu, you can see the home screen of the Xbox Series X, which I have chosen to use for testing VRR, because the PS5 still doesn't support VRR at the time I filmed this video at the beginning of March. And yes, I've been checking for the PS5 VRR update daily, since it's meant to drop sometime this month. Anyway, there are 3 things I noticed at first glance with the VRR update on the Sony A90J Master Series OLED, which should also apply to the step-down A80J. 1. Engaging VRR mode will lock the TV to the game picture preset with no way of changing it, since it's grayed out. 2. As I scroll through the picture menu, you can see that some of the noise reduction options are not available, as you'd expect in game mode, which is meant to reduce input lag by cutting down on the video processing. But perhaps more importantly, once we get into the motion submenu, you can see that black frame insertion or BFI is grayed out and disabled, meaning that BFI cannot be used with VRR, which, to be fair, is the same on every other OLED TV with VRR support too. We then connected a PS5 to the Sony A90J to quickly display an HDR home screen, and were pleased to find that HDR tone mapping and peak luminance remained adjustable and functional in VRR mode, unlike the BRAVIA X90J LED LCD television whose local dimming was disabled in VRR mode, again underlining the overall superiority of OLED over LED LCD for gaming, since there is no complex backlight syncing needed with OLED, especially with variable refresh rate. This VRR firmware upgrade will be rolled out in a staggered manner, so it may not be pushed over the air to your television straight away. But if you are keen to get your hands on it as soon as possible, Sony has hinted that the firmware file should become available to download from the company's official website very soon, so that you can install it using a USB drive. I will be spending the next few days testing various aspects of this VRR firmware update, such as input lag and VRR flicker, by using the Xbox Series X console as well as a PC with NVIDIA RTX 3090 graphics card, and you can find out the results by watching this follow-up video here.